Welcome back to the Ducks and Dogs podcast. How you doing, Matt?
As you can see, we are not musicians. This is why we talk about sports, because we don't have a musical bone in our bodies.
I got a guitar.
True. Hey, it looks cool, right?
It does look cool. I know how to play it.
Capo's not even on straight. Big fan of that one.
My what?
Your capo?
Oh, I thought you just said my cable. It was like my what?
Yeah, your cable. Your cable that's plugged into your acoustic guitar.
Well, so there's a bunch of Christmas gifts right there, and
Okay.
I fucking made this crooked trying to pull this out of there.
Yeah, that's fair. Happens.
So Oregon sucks. So I'm getting into the music industry, guys. This is now a guitar podcast. So here we are. How y'all doing?
If that's the case, then I don't know. I'd be doing like meth or something right now. After the way the Husky season's gone, it would have devolved from music after week 2. So
you would have went to music after Montana, and then afterwards it would have been like, all right.
and then
music.
after, yeah, I don't know what it would have been after that. Who knows?
Graphic design. Holy shit. Come full circle.
Hey guys, welcome back to my Photoshop tutorial.
All right, so scuffed ass intro, and I
So
love
scuffed. Yeah,
But-
we're rolling with it.
Obviously, you know, it's Christmas time. We're here to have a good time.
Yeah,
We only have like what 4 episodes until Christmas?
I think so. 4 or 5. Yeah,
4
4.
podcast episodes. Bro, next episode, I'm adding some shit to the graphic. It's gonna have Christmas lights.
We're adding. You mean you're telling
No,
me
no, no,
to add?
I'm
Oh,
going
you're gonna do it.
I got this.
Oh,
I'm gonna add.
that's a
So
big-
it's gonna be some video little thing that I have on
Yeah.
a loop. That's like Christmas lights actually flickering.
That's gonna be a big step up for you.
I know it's not that hard. It's already downloaded on my computer. I just gotta click add.
There you go.
But yeah, Oregon lost bad.
Yeah, Washington lost. Not
Mm.
as bad, but also it was to Colorado, so it evens out.
But it's also expected
quality.
at this point.
Yeah, I can't really say I'm surprised.
Which bowl game are you
going
going to?
into none of them now. It's official. They're not making a bowl game. So, hey, you know what? You can't complain about losing New Year's Six Bowls if you don't even make it to a bowl game. So, we're just big braining it out here.
Don't worry, we're big braining it. You can't be the worst 9-1 team ever if you lose.
You can't be the worst 9-1 team ever if you're 9-2. I like it.
Exactly. That's
Our
what we're
teams
going
are
for you.
our teams are subverting expectations in all of the wrong ways right now. So.
Yeah. So about that Oregon loss, ow.
Yeah, that one hurts.
You know, I've gone back and forth on this, but in my defense, it's because his play has gone back and forth. Anthony Brown, what the fuck?
That Utah defense was literally taunting Anthony Brown, like,
They
"Hey,
said,
try to
"Yo,
throw the ball."
Bet you can't.
Yeah,
And he said, "You're right,
you're right.
bro." And it's just like,
And I mean, it's just all phases shut down for Oregon at some point. Not that 21-0 was already kind of, that was already bad enough, but right before halftime, you're letting Covey take one to the house.
and the thing is,
He's
if you don't allow
35
that
years
punt
old.
return, you don't allow that punt return. You come out of the half, score that touchdown, and then it's 24-7. Like, I mean, that's a much more manageable game.
Yeah, 20. I think it would have been 21 because it was 28-0 at half.
20 exactly.
Yeah.
Would have been 21-7.
Even 21-7, it's like, oh, we could kind of work with this. Like, I don't know, get some
But they just
momentum going.
deflated all of the leftover hope we had.
Yep.
And nobody played well. It's not just on Anthony, though. Nobody outside of Devin Williams, nobody played well.
Yeah. That's definitely, I mean, all losses are team losses, in my opinion.
Minus
but that
Devin
was,
Williams. He gets no blame. I don't
That
care.
was, holy cow, dude.
It was bad.
That's like meltdown
But,
territory, I would
you know,
argue.
a lot of people in some of the group chats that me and you are both in are overreacting to that game and thinking Oregon's just not good. Oregon didn't show up. Yes, Oregon did not show up. But now these people are saying, oh, yeah, Oregon's about to go lose to Oregon State by 14. Like, what are you on?
That one's in Eugene, right?
Yes.
Mm.
And the Beavers have won 1 game on the road.
Yeah, I have a hard, for as good as Oregon State has looked the past few weeks, I have a hard time believing they go into Eugene and beat them, especially with this year. That place is really hard to play in.
And I know we got our ass kicked, but I'm sorry. Even Utah fans on Twitter are still scared of the next fucking game. There's a reason for that. We don't suck. Like, we don't
can't
suck.
Like, you can't tell me it's not going to light a fire under all of their asses at
Oh,
Oregon. Like, let's be real here,
dog.
and especially with it being
Mario
Oregon
finna be
State.
mad.
Mhm.
I think we finna
Now,
run it up.
All right, so what happens now if Oregon State does win that game? Where's that team at? What
I'm putting a
happens?
Beaver Santa hat on. No, I'm kidding.
Because I mean, you lose the North.
You know what happens?
Hmm.
Bowl game. Anthony Brown can't be playing. He can't be. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Because you're not making a Pac-12 title if you lose this game.
Alamo Bowl? Question mark.
We would probably get the Alamo. We would probably deserve the Vegas, but because of our name and our viewership and what we bring to the table, we'd probably get picked for the Alamo.
That's fair.
Because I'm gonna be real. We could be 8-4, and whoever the hell could be 9-3 or 10-2, and guess
maybe
what?
you
They're
play a
probably
San Diego
picking
State
Oregon.
in that game.
We'll beat the shit out of San Diego State.
Yeah. It's been fun watching San Diego State this year, but I don't know. They're not overly physical.
Especially now. That I hope that's the wake-up game. I really hope. Because we've been playing with our food so many weeks in a row, and it's not been fun to watch.
Yeah. You want to talk about some trends? How about the offense literally doing nothing for Washington's defense, which was fully on display for like the 8th week in a row against Colorado this weekend?
Yeah, it was a little odd.
I can't say I'm surprised at this point that they lost to Colorado. I'm just disappointed. It's the stern parent talking right now. Like,
not making a bowl game is really tough.
That's really tough. And I mean, I get that you don't have a head coach. I get things are in disarray right now. But it's a program
that was pegged to win at least 10 games.
Yeah. A program that started the season in the top 20, and a lot of even experts
like me,
I
had them 11th.
Yeah. We're like,
expert.
I think you had them higher than me at the beginning of the season. I had them at 15. 11th. Yeah.
I'm an expert, guys. I'm an expert. I know everything.
Yeah. I picked him to go 10-2. So yeah, big expert right here.
And
granted, I picked Oregon to go 9-3, which is actually somewhat almost feasible at this point.
That's not gonna happen. We're gonna win 10 games.
Yeah.
I also do want to touch on one thing. It's more NFL related. Your draft picks suck.
He's talking about the Seahawks. For those who don't know, I'm a Seahawks fan.
No. I'm talking about Elijah Molden and all the other guys in the NFL from Washington.
See, I thought it applies.
Suck.
It applies to Seattle too, because they have no draft picks and they draft terribly anyways. So sorry.
Well, anyone who listens to the podcast, I was high on Elijah Molden coming into the draft. Yeah. I thought Elijah Molden was really good. I thought him and Holland were one and the same. No, Holland's good. Molden sucks.
Molden has made some good plays, but he has not kept up well. No, he's had a couple pick sixes.
The highest
and
passer rating in the league when targeted goes to Elijah Molden.
It was up there. Was it the highest?
52.3.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
He's still got the tools. He could end up becoming really good. And
he has the tools. I don't think the Titans defensive scheme helps it out. That defense is traditionally terrible anyways. He doesn't have help anywhere in the secondary.
Welcome to the Titans ruining promising players from your favorite school's careers. Ha!
Part of the club now, yeah.
Yeah, you're part of the fucking club.
Him and Mariota should go hang out sometime.
Mariota, he never got a fair shake at the league.
Yeah, he's still in the Raiders, isn't he?
Yep. Derek Carr is sucking, and guess who's not getting a chance to play?
Well, Derek Carr's going to keep playing because he was an MVP after week 3.
I think Marcus is going to hit the free agency and start for somebody next year.
It's going to be like a Jets or
Broncos,
a Lions or Broncos.
Imagine that. That's a good roster.
Yeah.
That's a tough division.
Yeah, I was going to say that division's rough.
Herbert, Mahomes, Carr, and Mariota would be the quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. Tell me you wouldn't watch that.
That'd be fun.
I'd be all over that shit.
Yeah, I just have I don't know. Like, the dude's confidence, I mean, granted, he hasn't played a lot, so I can't say, his confidence looks better when he's out there on the field, but like, his confidence has got to be shot at this point. He's been in the league, 8 years?
But he's also a really humble person. So how high was he overly confident or anything?
I don't know.
Because I don't know if there's anybody who genuinely dislikes Marcus, because he's the most humble, down to earth, superstar I'd ever seen out of college.
For sure, but coming out of college with the career he had at Oregon, he has to have some expectation of how his NFL career is going to go.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty
You
sure
know?
he was just happy to
I
sign a multi-million-dollar contract.
For sure. And granted, like he's set up for life. Like it doesn't matter
He's
if he touches the
chilling.
field again or not. But
Knowing this man, he probably fucking bought Ethereum or some shit the minute he got drafted. Shit, if you bought Bitcoin or Ethereum the year he got drafted, you'd be rich as
you'd
fuck.
be rich right now. Yeah, I was gonna say multi-million.
Knowing him, he probably did some shit like that. He's just quiet and does shit.
Who's the quarterback that just got part of their salary in Bitcoin? Was it?
I don't know, but they are
quarterback or
a
was it a
smart
player?
human.
Yeah.
I'd rather Ethereum, but we're not even going to dive into that. So who's going to be the head coach of Washington? Like, Matt, just give it to me.
Are you saying who I want or what
Who
it's
is
or who it's
going to be? You're not getting Bob Stoops.
I'm sold on DeBoer
DeBoer,
as who
Kalen
they're gonna
DeBoer.
pick up. Yep.
You
That's
that
who I'm
he
sold
played-
on.
So okay, it fits. Losing to Oregon close is something you guys are good at.
I honestly like the career he had. I'm also slightly biased. Fun fact: my head coach for college right now played for DeBoer when he was the head coach at Sioux Falls. So that's kind of a neat little tidbit there. Not that anyone cares, but just was interesting to me. I just don't think Campbell's going to be available. I have a feeling that the administration's going to drop the ball on the big time targets. Franklin just getting extended kind of screws that over. Maybe it's a domino effect. I feel like him getting signed kind of shortens the pool of candidates that were expected to be on the market.
And you guys are not one of the top jobs out there.
Well, I saw, what was it, 24/7 Sports said that right now, fifth. So not.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one of most attractive jobs, and it had y'all over Oregon. I'm like, whoever the fuck wrote that is
No, the list
dumb.
was I think it was based on either recruiting power, something like recruiting tools.
You're
or
at
something
best.
Like that.
At best, you're fifth.
It said fifth, and ahead of us were TC.
USC,
I keep saying us as if I'm on the team.
TCU,
LSU,
Florida.
USC, TCU, and Florida. Yep.
And then you could convince me either way. I'd probably lean Washington, as I've said, but there are arguments you could make to convince me of Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that one's a little closer. I think talent pool wise and
Jen Cohen's not at Virginia Tech
area. Also true. But I'm just saying recruiting tool wise, I feel like there's a lot more. Although Virginia's right by Pennsylvania and all that. So I guess I can't really say that either.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent over by Virginia. The DMV, Oregon's got we just got Seven McGee from the DMV.
Granted, to be fair, they recruit against Penn State, Ohio State, pretty much all of the Big Ten. Oregon recruits over
loves
there.
the DMV.
You have, I mean, who else is over there? Virginia, North Carolina.
Okay, come recruit against USC, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Oregon for the Washington kids then.
Yeah. Not as much local schools, I feel like.
Okay, here's the biggest downside when it comes, because that article was just recruiting based, right?
Yeah.
They'll recruit against Mario Cristobal.
I feel like everybody recruits against Mario Cristobal.
But like, you want to be like 300 miles from him recruiting against him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
No matter what school he's at, he's one of the same with Dante Williams, same with Glenn Schumann at Georgia, same with all those guys. I don't want to have to recruit against them. I mean, if you got to, you got to.
For sure.
Is that ideal? Fuck no.
No.
Coaching against them, different story. Obviously, Mario's got some coaching flaws, but I would argue he is the sole best recruiter in the country.
Sorry, what's that?
I said I would argue he's got his coaching flaws, on the game management and stuff like that. But I would argue Mario Cristobal is the sole best recruiter in the country.
Case could be made. I could buy it.
For me, it's not that close either. I mean, he's recruiting 5-star guys out of Texas. A 5-star guy in 2023 is probably coming out of Florida. 5-star guys out of LA. Top tier guys, not the second options. The number one options out of these heavy states to come play in Eugene, Oregon. That's not an easy sell.
It's not an easy sell.
I know there's a lot of money here though.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Well, that's the thing. When you're getting recruited to Oregon, it's not even that the location and stuff matters as much as it does for other schools.
No, because you
The
could jump on
brand
a
name
private
alone
jet.
and the money that they have, it just doesn't matter. It's not that, oh, you're coming to Eugene. It's no, you're coming to the University of Oregon.
You're coming to Nike.
Yeah. Nike U.
You're pretty much what it is.
Child labor U.
And what they should. All right, now, what they should sell it on is you're pretty much coming to the future. Because everything that gets tested for football, where does it get tested at? They tested the zero carbon emission uniforms, got tested at Oregon. The new the microchips in the uniforms that tested, all the advanced analytics that Nike released, got tested at Oregon to make sure they worked. You're testing all the new stuff, which it could have things where shit isn't working, but you're getting your first dibs at everything. I was watching. I don't know if you saw Destroying's video when he was walking the Oregon facility.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched.
There are 5 machines that will mold cleats to fit your feet exactly. Oregon has 3 of them. There are 5 in existence, and Oregon has ridiculous. 3. You know where the other 2 are? Beaverton, Oregon. There's shit Oregon has that people like me, you, Destroying aren't even allowed to see.
Aren't even allowed to look at.
Exactly. And it's like as much as I give Husky fans shit, they're probably not lying. We got shit that's probably not allowed.
Yeah.
Like, there are some things that would be considered a recruiting advantage that we got. There's shit we're not allowed to, it's like the government. There's shit that we're not allowed to see that they got.
Yeah.
And
like, nobody's denying that shady stuff is happening. It's just that they haven't gotten caught. So
and let's be real, you trying to put the gloves on in the court of law with Nike?
Mm-mm.
Disney already got their ass whooping the court.
I was gonna say, well, look at how Disney fared. So
Bro, Disney had to pay us after suing us.
And Disney is like the mega corporation of all entertainment mega
They own the fucking rights to the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Like,
which, by the way, Oregon's not contention for anymore. Sadly.
Fuck you. We're 11th.
They were so.
It's always 2 games before. It's always 2 fucking
literally,
games
like, they just showed up and decided, you know what? We don't want to make the playoff anymore. Let's go back to the Rose
Same
Bowl.
exact thing as 2019. Guess what happened in that Arizona State game? Javon Holland, love Javon, decided they don't want to cover this.
4th and 16?
Yeah, I'm not gonna cover. Not gonna even cover the first down marker. Fuck that. He could score. It's just our luck, man. And
yeah.
I
mean, I'm throwing stones from a glass house right now because the Huskies are 4-7, likely going to lose.
It's a paper mache house getting rained on.
Paper mache house getting rained on.
It's a paper mache house in Seattle.
Shot. Yeah. Getting shot down with 3 different pellet guns at the same time.
I have a question for you.
What's up?
Why the fuck do all of your coaches, like the options you guys are going after, have ties to Oregon? Why?
I feel like so many of them already have ties to Oregon.
Yeah, why?
I know that DeBoer doesn't.
DeBoer's the only one. Wilcox,
pretty much.
I know Chip Kelly's a really it's not happening, but it's like if you guys made an out there hire, that would be the out there hire you could make.
Does Aranda?
I don't think so. But you're not getting Aranda.
Well, they're still after him. Just because you're not getting somebody doesn't mean you're not throwing an offer out to him.
You could go ask out fucking Kylie Jenner, and guess what? Just because you're throwing the offer out there, that doesn't mean shit. You could
still say I asked out Kylie Jenner though.
Okay,
that's a true thing you can say.
Y'all are not getting I love a lot of Husky fans. Y'all are funny as shit to interact with. You are not the destination job you think you are. Aranda is not going to be like, oh yeah, LSU, USC. Let me go to fucking Washington.
Yeah. Well, didn't news just come out that he's the lead candidate for LSU? No.
Yeah, he's the lead candidate for LSU and USC. Let him say, I want to.
He'll go to
Washington.
LSU probably in that case. I can't see why he'd go to USC.
Y'all, James Franklin really fucked it. Y'all are gonna get a mediocre candidate.
Like I said, I'll take DeBoer. I think DeBoer is a good hire still.
What if USC gets DeBoer?
I will be sad because then we will get Wilcox.
I mean, who's USC gonna? Well, let's just go like this. Who's USC gonna hire? What do you think? If LSU hires Aranda, you think they go Campbell or Fickle?
They have to. I don't think Fickle will budge at Cincinnati though.
Think
That's
Campbell's
the problem.
Gonna budge?
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I think Campbell easily will.
shoot,
I think so.
it's gonna be tough. And I mean, who would be your options after that? DeBoer,
Uh,
Wilcox, and Moorhead.
Moorhead. I want to say Smith. I'd be really happy with Smith, but I don't think he wants to budget Oregon State either.
You want me to be completely honest? I don't know if Moorhead would leave for your job. Not because it's your job, but because he might think he can get a better one if he stays one more year.
I was gonna say I think it would be because he'd be taking another job.
Next year. I think he would stay.
You think he holds out
The offense,
even if UW throws the bag?
Yeah, so like the offense balls out next year and he takes an SEC job. Or what if
get a head coaching job at the SEC, or would it be a coordinator?
he would get a head
It'd have to be
job.
coordinator. Really?
He's how many coordinator jobs are better in the country than offensive coordinator at Oregon?
Fair. I mean, it'd have to be an SEC one.
Yeah, where? At fucking Alabama? You gonna go coach for first year head coach at Florida?
No.
You gonna coach for
Well, Dan Mullen getting on the chopping block. That's something we didn't even mention. That throws it off too, because now Florida's in the market for all these coaches.
But I knew that was you didn't know that was happening.
Well, I know, but it being official before the season ended,
they got their guy though.
Throws it into disarray.
They got their guy.
Who?
Billy Napier. He's gonna be their head coach.
Oh, I forgot about Napier. Yeah, that one was kind of a lock. Napier'd be a fun hire at Washington, but I don't think he was going to go anywhere else besides the Southeast.
2016 was it? When did you hire Lake? 18. Same year as Mario, right?
No.
Year after?
I thought it was 16. I'm going to Google it. I don't know this off the top of
16,
my
you
head.
went to the playoffs. Mario got hired in 18. Lake hasn't been there longer than Mario.
Lake's been at Washington as a DB coach since 2014.
No,
actually.
how long? Head coach.
Oh, you're talking about head coach?
Yeah, 18.
Oh, 19.
19. Okay.
Or no, end of 19.
So then, different story. You guys were a valid option for some of the top candidates. Jimmy Lake was one of the top candidates in the country. Right now, the top candidates are not like, yeah, I'm going to go to Washington.
Yeah.
They're not.
The administration has shown that they're a problem to anybody that gets hired.
Miami West.
Oh, by the way, when's Cristobal signing his contract with Miami?
Oh yeah, let's go from a program who spends hundreds of millions of dollars a year to a program who spends hundreds of dollars a year.
Yep.
Someone's like, "Oh yeah, all the recruits are in Miami." Well, all the recruits are on a private plane ticket away. Like they're like, "Oh yeah, he doesn't want to travel on a private plane." You think he gives a flying fuck?
Also, my dog just busted into my room right now. Sorry, that was distracting me.
He's a good boy.
She's
a good boy.
Yep, that's correct. She butted in. She's like, "All right, here's who Washington should hire. Take it from me. I'm an actual dog." Yeah.
So that means they want Fresno's coach because.
Hey, there you go. I mean, she is like a bull terrier mix. So
there you go.
Okay. Confirmed here. You heard it here first.
Do you want to talk the Miami versus Oregon thing?
We've already done it. It's not going to happen. If it does, then just can the whole football program, man. Like,
did you see the NIL deal Oregon had today?
I heard about it. I didn't read into it though.
There's a property that they bought.
Oh, for Sewell.
Not just for Sewell. It's okay, so here's the concept. It's an Airbnb property.
Yeah.
I think like a player gets to make it their story for a few months each player.
Okay.
So Sewell's is through like July.
Yeah, because I heard that
and he makes it his story, and he gets to keep a portion of the rental income.
Yeah, and it's like $500 a night.
And guess what? It's gonna get.
Oh yeah, people are gonna. It's gonna go nuts. Yeah.
That's smart, bro.
Yeah.
That Division Street is on.
And I mean, talk about getting creative with NIL. Like we have seen really avenues with athletes that we never thought were even possible. There's a lot of cool stuff going on around the holiday season. I've seen a lot of players using NIL to feed the homeless and like Thanksgiving dinners. It's sick, dude.
Didn't that Pitt player got a commercial?
Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with that. Oh, it's gonna ruin college football. Yeah, okay, Grandpa.
Dude, I would have that the thing Oregon did with or Division 3 did with that with the Airbnb. I would have never thought of that. That's such a
Yeah,
cool
that's so
idea.
crazy.
It's nice. I love it. And they got like his little state championship thing in there from
Yeah,
high school.
they have all
It's
the different backdrops and wallpapers from the stadium and stuff on there.
you know,
It's
I'm
pretty
ready in
sweet.
3 months for Washington to do the same thing.
Funny you think that like it's gonna even be affordable to do that. They're gonna have to go for 1,500 for them to even make profit on it because of how expensive everything is in Washington.
Oh, you guys
Seattle.
don't have a mega booster who'll just buy it outright? Damn, that sucks.
We have the money, we just don't have administration that wants to use the money. So
Oh, we don't get our money from the administration. That's the thing.
yeah, true. We have
We
we have
have-
boosters, but
We have this blank piece of paper that says fill in amount here.
there's a stack of those blank papers actually.
There's a big stack of those blank papers. And
Yeah.
you know, just a touch back on that. If Phil Knight and Mullins both believe Mario is the guy,
Mhm.
Miami doesn't just have to match or beat his current salary.
Yeah.
That's not gonna matter. It would be in the excess of 10 million if they really want him.
Mhm.
And
It would have to be an absurd amount of money.
it's gonna be absurd. And Oregon would match it. Whatever
Yeah.
Miami wanted to offer. If they
We talked
believe in
about
him,
this last episode.
Gonna
Like
match
it's
it.
not gonna happen.
it's not. But it's all
If it
it's
does
been
happen-
it's been the main thing on Duck Twitter lately. That's all it's been.
Yeah.
What's Husky
Everybody
Twitter been
freaking
like?
It's been a weird place recently. Mostly just talking about the head coach because we don't really want to talk about what's going on
Who is
during the
head
season.
coach? The interim.
Interim, it's Gregory. I mean, who else would it be? He's the only like
Jen Cohen?
coordinator still on staff. What?
Jen Cohen.
Yeah,
Tracy
okay.
Ford.
My boy Tracy. Don't speak down on my boy
I
Tracy,
like Tracy, but like
Tracy's the dude.
he's more qualified than Bob Gregory.
Yeah. Well, maybe not in
I'm gonna
credentials, but I would like
fucking
him better.
Laugh my ass off when you guys hire Justin Wilcox and Mark Helfrich. Gonna laugh so hard, so fucking hard.
And I will have this look on my face that I have now because I can't say I didn't expect it, but I don't want it to happen.
So we'll do this and then we'll end it. We'll have two scenarios because we know the two most likely options are DeBoer and Wilcox, right?
Likely, yes.
Yeah. So if DeBoer is the head coach, who do you see as the DCOC?
I have a hard time thinking they're going to can Bob Gregory, as much as I hate to say it. I don't know because it depends on how they feel about Junior Adams. Because I honestly could see a world where Junior Adams gets the bump to OC.
Or would DeBoer bring in his guy?
I'd like to think DeBoer would bring in his guy. I don't know who his guy is, though. I mean, DeBoer's already an offensive-minded guy, so whoever he
keep
brings
talking.
in, I would trust to
Keep
run the
talking.
offense. But defensively, like I said, I just can't imagine Bob Gregory getting the boot. I don't know. I think that defense, Bob Gregory's flaws as a defensive coordinator would also be amplified if DeBoer brings in his guy,
Ryan
because that
Grubb.
offense would be dialed up.
Ryan Grubb.
Okay.
He's
I mean,
associate
down
head
for
coach,
it.
offensive coordinator, and quarterbacks coach.
They'd probably bring him in. I mean, they'd kind of have to because they don't have a quarterbacks coach.
Bring in
And
Brock
I'd-
Heward.
Hmm.
I mean,
Is he willing to step down from his position doing media stuff right now, though?
No, I was making
Yeah.
a joke.
Okay.
Okay, now Justin Wilcox is the head coach.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Defensive coordinator, I would hope for your sake, would be Keith Hayward.
I hope so too, but also Bob Gregory's ties to Cal, they would probably keep him at DC because Wilcox
Keith
is there.
Hayward is better.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. I
Who
never
would be
said
the OC? Would they promote Junior Davis or would they go get Helfrich or would
Adams.
they? Yeah, Junior Adams, whatever.
they'd probably promote Adams.
I think so.
I feel like if you bring in Wilcox, you're sending a message that you're not looking to change, and they're going to
Much.
hire internally again. Again, holy cow, again.
You want me to be real? You know what hires I would make if I was you guys?
Hmm.
Because you, at this point, if you get this hire wrong, it's back to early 2000s type struggle, right?
I'd agree.
So you go boom or bust.
Yep.
I would say you go out and you hire at head coach, whichever one you feel like is a better CEO between Dante Williams, and Justin Wilcox. And then, not just because those guys are guys you might be able, because they're not going to have many other options. Justin Wilcox could stay at Cal, but Dante Williams won't have any other options. Then you go try and get some splash names. You'll save some money not hiring a top tier head coach, obviously doing that. You go try and get Brock Hayward to come be your quarterbacks coach. You go try and get Keith Hayward to come be your defensive coordinator. You go try and get, you try and convince, I don't know if it's possible, you try and convince Jimmy Lake to be the DB's coach. I know that would be a hard sell and it would take a lot of pride, but you try. Like if you get these splash higher, you got to go boom or bust. Because if you fuck this up, it's over. Like it's not going to be, it's going
to be a long time before they're relevant again. I agree.
Yeah, because Oregon's just trending up.
UCLA's on the rise. Oregon State's looking good.
USC's
Utah
not gonna be down
is still
forever.
a problem. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of good teams in the Pac-12, and
the Pac-12 is going to be as competitive and good as it's ever been.
And it's going to be hard.
Washington, if they get this wrong, is going to be left behind.
Ooh, great gamble what you do? You get now if you can convince DeBoer to let you bring in outside guys. You get DeBoer at head coach. You get Chip Kelly at offensive coordinator. And then you either promote or you keep Bob Gregory or you go get a Keith Hayward type guy.
I'm down with that.
And then you get recruiters as your position coaches to make up for Chip Kelly being a non-recruiter.
I could totally get down with that.
You got to do something splash. Just hiring DeBoer and keeping the rest of your staff isn't doing shit.
You think Dante Williams would be a good DC?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
I mean, he's never really been given that spot before. He's been a position coach.
He was a co-DC USC, and then his head coach got fired.
Okay. Was he? I thought he was associate. Yeah, I guess.
Associate head coach, co-defensive coordinator, and DB's coach.
Okay.
He was also an assistant to the DC here or some shit.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting Dante Williams to be your DC.
Yeah, I would laugh if y'all hired him a head coach.
I'd be okay with it. I mean, can't say it'd be it would definitely help with recruiting. It's just you have to get a support staff around him then. Like it is imperative that you get a good support staff.
And you don't have a lot of options. That's the bad thing. With how many openings there are this year, your options are limited. The difference between this year and when you hired Lake, there wasn't this many openings. It wasn't this purge of openings. So it's going to make it a lot harder. And
I can't remember the last time there was
this many
openings like this
one.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it off with this. Blair Angulo called you guys a middle of the road job.
I saw that.
And a stepping stone.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see depending on who the admin hires. It'll really be a make or break. You will see the type of job Washington is by who they hire.
Are you going to hire them before early signing day?
Probably not. I hope so.
That'd be so stupid to not.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I'm not counting on it happening.
Well,
again, man, it's in the admin's hands.
For your sake, let's hope next episode we are talking about Justin Wilcox as your head coach.
I hope next episode we're talking about Matt Campbell as the head coach.
Okay, now let's be realistic, Matt.
Hey, you know what? Like, it's not completely out of the bag. It's more realistic than Stoops or Aranda by a long shot. Am I wrong?
Who do y'all think?
I'm not wrong.
Who do y'all think y'all are half the time?
Bro, everybody has been saying it's Stoops. I'm like, dude, let's I'm all for positivity and wanting it to happen. I can get down with that.
The biggest Washington fan ever. Who the fuck do you think you are? You like, I mean this in the most kind way possible. I need you guys to be good because I need that quality win on our resume every year. But you're not fucking USC or Oregon.
Dude,
they're
all
not,
I'm saying,
Bob Stoops is not going to be like, I could go coach the Washington Huskies who haven't won shit since 1991. I'd love to.
Here's what I'm
No,
saying. Here's what I'm saying right now, Mike.
Tui is not
If
showing up in that
if
locker
the
room.
if the current admin lands Campbell, Aranda, or Stoops, I will buy a T-shirt with Jen Cohen's face on it. I'll do
You
it.
didn't hold up to your last deal, so.
Well, okay, I can't find the banana suit, so I need to order that.
So we
But
need to get
I
you.
will.
We need to get you Ducks gear to rock on the
I
show.
will.
Then
I will wear. Okay, here's the thing. If they hire Campbell, Aranda, or Stoops, I will wear the Jen Cohen T-shirt over the banana suit when we do that episode.
if they hire Justin Wilcox, you gotta wear an Oregon shirt because it's gonna be Oregon North.
I don't like because there's a super realistic chance that happens. I don't know if I want to take that bet.
Washington loves hiring Oregon coaches.
Washington loves
The
hiring.
Pac-12 loves doing it outside of USC. USC is like, we
Yeah.
are not doing that.
Yeah, we refuse. We are
Dante Williams is a little different because he's one of the best. He was one of the best DB coaches in the country. You don't just turn him down.
Yeah.
But y'all are just like Oregon coach. We gotta love it, man.
Gotta love it, dude.
This has been a very sporadic, all over the place episode.
Oh, hey, let's cover our games for this week since we didn't last week.
Oh, yes. Okay. Shit. We play Oregon State.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I'm not that worried. Jonathan Smith is a really good coach, and they're building something. They've been more competitive than they have in recent years. I was more worried until we got our ass kicked, and now I think we're gonna kick their ass out of anger.
They looked really good against Arizona State. So
I don't give a shit.
I buy it. You know what? I think Oregon wins.
I think
I'll
we
give
win
it
pretty big, just because we're pissed off. I don't think we're
I'm
that
saying-
much better than Oregon State, but coming off of that Utah game,
I'm saying 28-24 Oregon. I'm saying it's a close game.
I'm saying 42-17.
Holy cow.
Yeah, Mario gonna be mad. And Anthony
Apple
Brown,
Cup,
last
man.
time we struggled, Anthony Brown started balling.
Yeah.
Y'all
fair.
are gonna lose an Apple Cup for the first time in
Dude.
a while. That's crazy.
It's not even the Apple Cup. It's the interim bowl this year because there's no head coaches on staff between the two teams.
Do you think you win?
Do I think we win? No, but but this is my inner dude coming out.
I got 42-38. No, never mind. Why would I say that? Y'all aren't
Whoa,
scoring 38. Well, I shouldn't have said that. 17-21.
What drugs are you taking to think that?
17-21. And what happens is Rome takes a screen to the house, and
Mhm.
y'all get a pick six. The only
I
way
could
you're
see it.
scoring 17.
I'm taking Dogs 21-17.
So we got the same score?
Yeah, just Huskies winning
Okay.
because you had Cougs winning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Granted, again,
Obviously.
we bring it up all the time on the show. If I were a betting man, there's no way in hell I'm picking Washington to win this week, especially after everything I've seen. I mean, Washington State's looking pretty good still. So, yeah. But-
Man, well, what's the biggest game? Oh, Ohio State, Michigan. We'll end it on this. Who's winning?
Ohio State by like 2 touchdowns. At
Agreed.
least.
I think it's by more than 2 touchdowns. I think it's by
Ohio
more
Ohio State is established they're the second best team in the country at this point. It is
You know what's
Georgia,
crazy?
and then it is Ohio State, and then it is everybody else.
You know what's crazy? We are better than Ohio State. I truly
did
believe
beat 'em.
that. I still think we're better than them. We're just, what's going on with the fucking injuries, man? I'm tired of it.
Is that a Feld thing?
So many motherfuckers are hurt.
Is that a Feld thing?
I don't know.
You don't want to say it because
Well,
you like
I mean,
him.
I
know you don't
like
wanna say it.
Feld, and so I was saying that, and then
Mhm.
you guys aren't. Everyone listening isn't in this group chat, but Mike in our group chat, we all very well respect his opinions, and as well as
Hook 'em, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And QB11 also echoed this sentiment. Aaron Feld was one of the most highly regarded strength and conditioning coaches in the country.
Mhm.
1 year of crazy injuries shouldn't be enough to get mad at him.
I agree.
He
But what
turned-
if it starts happening to be a trend?
if it's multiple years in a row, then yeah, bye.
Yeah.
Love you, Feld, but bye. I'm gonna end that on this. I have a hot take. Aaron Feld, by the end of his career, will be a head coach.
Huh?
I think within our lifetime, we will see strength and conditioning coaches becoming head coaches. Who spends the most time with the players?
Strength and conditioning coaches.
Who matters a lot more than people realize for recruiting?
Strength and conditioning coaches.
Okay. Who is the biggest hype man in college football half the time?
Strength and conditioning coaches.
Okay. So why the fuck can't they head coach? Because head coaches, we've seen head coaches CEO. Mario Cristobal is a CEO. Mario Cristobal is not an offensive or defensive genius by any stretch of the word.
That's dude. I don't know, because you're making.
Maybe it's not Feld, but a strength and conditioning coach.
I was gonna say
but I think Feld is the best strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah,
So.
I think the argument is there, but I also think it won't be Feld to be the first one if that falls through.
Feld could go coach Washington.
All right. It's been a good episode, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Ducks and Dawgs podcast. This is Matt, signing out by himself because I no longer have a co-host.
We'll see you guys on the next one. This is a very random and sporadic episode. We love y'all. Go Ducks.
Yep.
Dogs suck.
Go Ducks. Go Ducks.